Let's talk about old jewelry. What do you do with old jewelry? Stay tuned because I'm about to tell you 5 ways to use up your old jewelry. Okay guys, let's go. Let's do this. And you've got this old jewelry. It could be something you've had from years ago. It could be a sentimental gift from your mom or your sister or your cousin. Doesn't matter what or how it got into your drawer, but you don't wear it. And guess what? We all have that type of jewelry. Every single appointment when we make engagement rings or custom jewelry, I have couples and friends and family and clients and say, Rita, what do? I have this pair of earrings or that pair of ring, or even a silver ring that's from my old grandma that I don't know what to do with. Well, I'm going to leave the simplest, the easiest, and the cheapest way, the last one, just so that you watch till the end, because that's what we want you to do, don't we? It's Margarita Sciapin. We own 2 companies, one in Toronto called Magnons and one in Miami called Miami Jewels. And this is what we do. We do these simple question and answer videos for you to know more and make wise decisions when you shop. So, way number 1, let's do this. It's to make new jewelry. It's to make new jewelry from your old jewelry. And the way you do this is, let's say you have an old ring. Actually, let me show you an old ring. Why not? This is an old ring from my grandma. It's a moonstone ring in silver, and it has a lot of sentimental value to me because my grandma used to wear it, then my mom used to wear it, and now I have it. But what I could potentially do from it is, number 1, I could take out the moonstone and create a whole new different ring or a similar ring to this with a more modern motif. It's not that expensive, to be honest with you. It would probably range from about $250 if you want it to be in silver to about a few thousands if you want it to be gold and diamonds. But it is worth it if you have something that has a value and you just want to reuse it. So I have a lot of clients who use the center stone from old rings and remake the whole ring, but the center stone stays. The other thing that you could totally do is add elements to this ring. I have a lot of clients who have old jewelry who just add elements. And by adding elements, I mean you can put diamonds on the little dots. You could put diamonds on the shank. You could add another layer of different gold. There's so many things that you could do to dress this up for your own taste. Let's say you like yellow gold. You could totally add things here that would make it wearable for you. So talk to your jeweler about remaking your old ring, either dressing it up by adding elements to the existing ring or taking out stones and making a new ring with the sentimental value of the stones. If the ring has a very sentimental value for you, then a lot of people melt the actual silver, remake the stone with a new silver by adding the old silver so that the remaked ring has the sentimental value of the old ring. That's a very, I would say, simple way, but not a cheap one because it will still cost you some money to get custom work. Let's see number 2. Number 2 is get cash and just buy a new thing. Well, a lot of us have these earrings from 10 years ago that we don't wear anymore. Why bother? You can go to any reputable jewelry place. Yes, you won't get much for it, or maybe you won't get a lot for it. But I say it's still better than the item laying down in your drawer. What good is it there? So melt the gold, take out the stones, sell the stones if the stones have value. If the stones have no value, then just get cash for it, and buy something else that you would wear today. I think that would make sense. Number 3 is melt and remake. This one is very, very common. A lot of people come with some gold wedding bands and some stacking rings that they don't use anymore. It's just a whole bunch of gold. You could totally melt the whole thing and remake one ring from that. 1, it saves that sentimental value because it's going to be remade from the same gold. And 2, you have quite a lot of value if you remake all the one item from all the gold that you have laying down. Might be some earring you lost. It could be some little pendant from some necklace. Just take out all your scrub, remelt it, and make one beautiful ring. And it's going to be gorgeous, great, and it will make you happy. Number 4 is an interesting one. A lot of people don't know this one. This one is donate. Believe it or not, donating goes far away. A lot of churches take donation in form of jewelry. We used to have a thrift store in Toronto where I've lived for quite a while, where they would take donation as gold items that they would partner with. I think it was a sick kids hospital at the time, where they would partner up, a thrift store would partner up with the sick kids hospital and do some kind of donation where whatever money they'll get from your gold or your pieces of jewelry would automatically go to the sick kids for a good cause. So research that, because jewelry can go a long way in donations. And number 5, the one that you were all waiting for, I'm sure, but really, this one is really easy. Do you know what's the easiest thing to do when you have old jewelry, you just want to wear it, and you don't want to spend thousands of dollars? Well, it's to remake it for under $100. How? I'll tell you how. Of course I will. A lot of people have rose gold, yellow gold, bangles, bands, whatnot in their homes that they don't use, as we just talked about. But you could turn that into a different type of gold. So for example, if you've got a rose gold band lying around somewhere that you just don't use, you could turn that into white gold probably the same day. It's called rhodium, and the process just turns one gold into another. Or you could turn a rose gold into yellow gold, or you could turn white gold into rose gold, and so on and so forth. You could just turn one piece of gold into any other gold piece. So if you're the type of person that has a rose gold lying around, but you're wearing all white, well, guess what? For under $100, you can go to any jeweler or jewelry store and turn that piece into a white piece of jewelry. And you know how many clients love that? I had one couple who had earrings and a pendant that looked so rusty and old and antiquish, and it was in yellow gold. The minute we turned it into white gold, I can't tell you how gorgeous that looked. It just looked so modern and kinky and interesting, because the antique jewelry often comes in yellow or rose gold or platinum. When you turn it into white, something weird happens. It has an interesting kick to it. So they loved it and they're wearing it. The downside is you might have to do this every year, but it's not as expensive. So if you really have some grandma jewelry that you want to try turning into a different type of gold, and for under $100 you can wear it, it's probably worth it. The other thing you can do is go a little further. If you have a wedding band or any stacking band or any ring or earrings, and they're lying around and they're, let's say, in yellow gold, you're going to turn them into white. You can also change the stones. We've done this for a lot of clients. Let's say the stones are green and you just don't like green. Ask the jeweler to source out different stones for you. Pink, yellow, blue. It doesn't matter which ones. There's so many options. You can go with sapphires, rubies, Swarovski, cubic, whatever your taste is and whatever your budget is. It's super, super, super simple. I do this for a lot of my clients. And trust me, a lot of them have jewelry that they've never worn, that they wear for years to come, because we change it around depending on what your taste is and budget. Guys, Margarita Sciapin here. I hope I've answered your question, what to do with your old jewelry lying around. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Like me if you haven't liked me already. And I'll see you shortly.